Learn German Games.
Oh, das tut mir leid. Hatte ich das zu sehr getroffen?
Du Monster!
Kotzt. This is the verb kotzen, which means to throw up. The tree threw up. Kotzen, to throw up. Correct. Hello and welcome to LearnGermanGames.com, the only place where you learn German with games live. So if you're not watching this live, make sure to subscribe and click that bell button to get notified the next time we go live so you can chat with us, react to this crazy game, and ask questions. Now, while we're following the game, you'll be able to read subtitles in real time. German is in yellow, English is in blue. Knowing that, let's start. Last time we made this tree here throw up. Of course, it threw up sap, which is quite useful since it's gluey. And today we're gonna try to see what to do with it. What can we do with a bucket of sap?
Nein, meine rechte Seite. Ich komme hoch, wenn's sein muss. Jetzt nach rechts. Okay, jetzt umdrehen und ablegen.
We're gonna give it to the mayor here.
Hier, damit hält die Sandmischung besser zusammen.
Wirklich? Woher weißt du das?
Ich bin Bäckerin. Ich kenne meine Zutaten.
Ich würde momentan alles probieren. Hey, Clarence, bring die Ladung hier runter, ja? Ich hoffe, du hast recht.
Es hat für mich noch jedes Mal geklappt.
Wie oft hast du es probiert?
Nie. Sch, es geht los.
Hier kommt eine Welle. Ich kann nicht hinsehen.
Was habe ich gesagt?
Das nenne ich eine Sandburg. Jetzt kann's losgehen. Jetzt müssen wir diesen Maiden nur noch das Singen beibringen.
Nein, meine rechte Seite. So this is the mayor that was shouting in the beginning. No, my right side. We are lowering some kind of something heavy. Die Seite, if you remember, is side and it's feminine because it ends with an E. Yeah? Ich komme hoch, wenn's sein muss. I'll come up if I have to. The apostrophe S here stands for es, ja. Wenn es sein muss, in spoken German, you often drop these E's here. Jetzt nach rechts. Now to the right. In German you say towards the right. Ja, nach rechts. Okay, jetzt umdrehen und ablegen. Okay, now turn around and file. Actually, not file in this case. He means to lay down would be the more accurate answer. Ablegen, to lay down, not to file. You can say file in a different context, but here it makes more sense to say lay down. Umdrehen is to turn around. The around part is and drehen is to turn. Umdrehen. Around, turn. Ja, damit hält die Sandmischung besser zusammen. We have a separable verb here, zusammenhalten, which is to hold together. You can see it from the dashes here. Together, hold. So with this, damit hält die Sandmischung, the sand mixture, better together. Wirklich, woher weißt du das? Really? How do you know that? Or literally, where from do you know that? Ich bin Bäckerin. Ich kenne meine Zutaten. I'm a baker. I know my ingredients. Die Bäckerin is a female baker, ja? Und die Zutat is an ingredient. Die Zutaten is the plural. You can see here the highlighted en on the left. So you remember how to make the plural of Zutaten. Ich würde momentan alles probieren. I would try anything at the moment. Probieren is to try. Hey Clarence, bring die Ladung hier runter, ja? Hey Clarence, bring that load down here, will you? Die Ladung is a load, feminine because it ends with UNG. We also have a separable verb here. Runterbringen is to bring down. The full version of the verb is herunterbringen. But in spoken German, you often change herunter to runter. Also bring runter, bring down. Ich hoffe, du hast recht. I hope you are right. In German you say you have right. It's a separable verb, recht haben. Es hat für mich noch jedes Mal geklappt. You can see here that after für, you always have the accusative case. This is why you say mich and not mir, ja? Für mich, für dich. It has always worked for me, every time. Klappen is to work out all right, to work as expected. Yeah, that's the spoken way of saying that. It's a very frequently used verb, especially with these kind of games. Wie oft hast du es probiert? How many times have you tried it? Nie, es geht los. Never, here we go. So losgehen is to go off, to start off, to set off. In this case, it makes sense to say to start, losgehen. Hier kommt eine Welle, ich kann nicht hinsehen. Here comes a wave. Die Welle is feminine because it ends with an E, just like die Seite in the beginning. Yeah. Hinsehen is to look, but it has more of a direction. This is why there's a hin prefix to it. This is the difference between hinsehen and sehen. Yeah. It's just a slight difference. If you say, ich kann nicht sehen, they might think that you're like blind or something, or somebody threw salt in your eyes or something you can't see at the moment. Yeah. When you say hinsehen, it means I can't look like over there to the thing I'm supposed to be looking at. Was habe ich gesagt? What did I say? Das nenne ich eine Sandburg. That's what I call a sand castle. Die Sandburg is a sand castle. Jetzt kann's losgehen. Now you're ready to go, but in this case, we are ready to go. You know the thing, whatever they're gonna do. They're actually preparing for the sacrifice festival. Crazy thing. If you still don't know what that is, go back and watch the whole playlist of Broken Age and the Learn German games channel. You can see, click on the eye on the top right. Jetzt müssen wir diesen Maiden nur noch das Singen beibringen. Now we just have to teach these maidens to sing. Beibringen is the most common verb to say to teach in spoken German. Beibringen. So now must we, remember that in German, in the main clause, the conjugated verb is in the second position. This is why we say now must we. You can also say we must now, wir müssen jetzt, but he wants to emphasize the time now. This is why he starts with now, and then you have to go with the verb right away. And this is why you have to follow it by the subject wir. Jetzt müssen wir diesen Maiden nur noch das Singen beibringen. They still have to teach the maidens how to sing. Alright, mal sehen.
Gut, Mädchen, Zeit für den Talentabschnitt. Wir üben näher mein Morg zu dir, okay?
Warte mal. Wir müssen zurück. Was habe ich gemacht? Ja, learning how to sing. Oder?
Gut, Mädchen, Zeit für den Talentabschnitt. Wir üben näher mein Morg zu dir, okay?
Sie sind so
was
schlecht.
war das? Ist dir eben ein Wal vorbeigeschwommen? So klingt das, okay? Versuchen wir es nochmal.
Ich kann das nicht mehr hören.
Hier kommt sie wieder.
Yeah, if you remember, these two guards aren't letting us in because they want us to solve some riddle.
Halt! Der blinde Gott sieht niemanden.
Könntet ihr mir noch einmal sagen, wie das Rätsel von Jorn lautet?
Immerzu nehmt ihr uns ab. In unseren besten Tagen.
Verschlingt an euren süßen Preis. Doch zurück werd ich mich wagen.
Mein Kind wird sich erheben. Aus seinem morschen Boden.
Entsteigen dem versteckten Kern. Lang nachdem meine Zeit verflogen.
Wow.
Ja,
Bring uns die Lösung und du kannst die Pyramide betreten.
Gut, Mädchen. Zeit für den Talentabschnitt. Alright, girls, time for the talent section. Or literally, it's good, but it's just because it's in the beginning. It doesn't literally mean good. It's like saying, oh well. Wir üben, nähe mein Mog zu dir, okay? Make sure to stretch your tongue forward here on the Ü, yeah, instead of saying U, Ü. That's the only difference between the two. Whenever there's an umlaut on the U, stretch your tongue until it touches the front teeth, yeah, to say üben. Wir üben, nähe mein Mog zu dir. Don't be confused by the word Mog. This is just the name of a monster in the game. Go back and watch the previous videos to see what kind of monster that is. So we're practicing, üben. Closer, my Mog, to you. Because they want to sacrifice themselves to this monster. It's a bit of a crazy thing. And they're singing to the monster. Singt Mog Chotras Lied falsch. Oh, this is a description. That's why it's in parentheses. The game is telling us that they are singing the song wrong. So Mog Chotra is his full name, the full name of the monster. So sings Mog Chotra's song wrong. Oh, was war das? Ist hier eben ein Wal vorbeigeschwommen? Vorbei is past or by. Geschwommen is the past participle of schwimmen. Vorbeigeschwommen means to swim by. Der Wal is a whale. Make sure to open your mouth wide on the A and say Wal, not Wal, yeah, Wal. Oh, what was that? Did a whale just swim by here? So he's comparing their voices to the voice of a whale. So klingt das, okay? Versuchen wir es nochmal. Versuchen is another verb to mean to try. We just saw probieren in the beginning. And remember that in German, so often means like this. So like this sounds that. Klingen is to sound. As in, that's how it's supposed to sound. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Okay, let's try it again. Versuchen wir es nochmal. Again, here with the apostrophe S in spoken German, you often drop the E's of S. Shh, hier kommt sie wieder. Shh, here she comes again. We have a separable verb here, wiederkommen. Kommt wieder, you can see from the dashes, yeah. Come again. Halt. Stop. Remember again here to open your mouth wide on the A, it's halt, not halt, yeah, halt. Don't be lazy with that. Der blinde Gott sieht niemanden. The blind God sees no one. We have niemanden here with an en at the end because this is the accusative case as in the direct object of the verb sehen. We also have blinde with an e even though the noun God has a masculine gender. That's because we already know from der that God is masculine, so we don't need to add anything to the adjective other than e here. Könnt ihr mir noch einmal sagen, wie das Rätsel von Jorn lautet? So she's talking to two guards here. This is why she says könnt ihr with a T and ihr. Yeah. Und mir, because you're using the verb sagen, when you're saying something to somebody, Just like in English you say to somebody, in German to something becomes dative. Mir. Noch einmal sagen, wie das Rätsel. Das Rätsel is riddle. Jan is just a name. And lauten means to be read or to be pronounced. Let's say to be pronounced. In English, you just translate the sentence as is. Yeah. Can you tell me again what Jorn's riddle is? But if you want to translate it literally, it would be how it reads or how it is said. Yeah. Lauten. So this is the riddle here. It's a bit poetic, so don't be confused by these weird sentences. Immerzu nehmt ihr uns ab. Immerzu means all the time. We have a separable verb here. Abnehmen is to take something from somebody or to take off. So all the time you take from us. In unseren besten Tagen. Also here it's spoken, there's a missing E obviously. In our best days. Days is plural, this is why it takes an N, and the dative, all nouns take an N here, and this is also why we have N here and N here, and the dative adjectives take an N or EN depending on what the adjective ends with. Verschlingt dann euren süßen Preis. Verschlingen is to devour. Süß is sweet and Preis is prize. So then devour your sweet prize. Notice the clue here, we have sweet. Remember that when we solve the puzzle. Doch zurück werde ich mich wagen. But I will venture back. Wagen is to venture or to risk. If you want a way to remember that verb, think of wagen like some kind of wagon that's risky. Yeah, maybe when they first invented it, it wasn't very safe to go into a wagon. That's one way to remember that wagen means to risk. Mein Kind wird sich erheben. Dich erheben is to get up or rise. Let's say rise since it's more poetic. My child will rise. Auf seinem morschen Boden. We took marsh last time. Marsh means rotten. From its rotten bottom. Entsteigen dem versteckten Kern. Emerge from the hidden core. Versteckten also takes an en here because it's in the dative case, yeah. Entsteigen is to emerge from. Lang nachdem meine Zeit verflogen. Long after my time has flown or gone by. Wow. Bring uns die Lösung und du kannst die Pyramide betreten. Lösung is feminine because it ends with ung. Pyramide is feminine because it ends with e. Make sure to pronounce the y like a soft u with umlaut. Pyramide. Ja? Und betreten is to enter. Bring us the solution and you can enter the pyramid.
Kann ich hineingehen?
Du willst in unser Allerheiligstes eindringen?
Warum?
Ich weiß es nicht wirklich, wenn ich ganz ehrlich sein soll.
Dann hinfort mit dir.
Kann ich hineingehen? Hineingehen is to go in. If you want to use a shorter version of this verb, you can say reingehen. Du willst in unser Allerheiligstes eindringen? Alle heilig, which is holy, is this most. So holy of the holiest. You want to penetrate our holy of the holies. Eindringen is to penetrate or intrude, pierce. Warum? Why? Ich weiß es nicht wirklich, wenn ich ganz ehrlich sein soll. I don't really know if I am to be completely honest. Ehrlich is honest. Dann hinfort mit dir. Hinfort is henceforth, and this is a way to say, off you go then, away with you. Wir werden jetzt das Rätsel lösen.
Seht mal, eine Frucht.
Nee, danke.
Das sind unsere einzigen Roben. Wir wollen nicht, dass sie mit klebrigem Zeug bekleckert werden.
Das ist die Antwort auf euer Rätsel.
Aber es ist nur eine Frucht.
Mit einem Kern darin.
Oh mein Gott. Es ist so einfach.
Wieso sind wir nicht selbst darauf gekommen?
Oh Mann, wir haben uns den ganzen Tag darüber den Kopf zerbrochen.
Aber was hat das mit der Pyramide zu tun?
Oh, nichts. Nur etwas, das uns unsere Freundin Becky Jorn heute Morgen erzählt hat.
Sie hält sich für so schlau. Ich kann es kaum erwarten, ihr die Antwort unter die Nase zu reiben.
Also, kann ich jetzt hineingehen?
Ah, ja, meinetwegen. Tu, was du nicht lassen kannst.
Seht mal, eine Frucht. Look, a fruit. We have the conjugation here of the imperative plural because she's talking to more than one person. She's talking with God. This is why she says seht mal and she doesn't say sieh mal. Ja? Nein, danke. No thanks. Das sind unsere einzigen Roben. Wir wollen nicht, dass sie mit klebrigem Zeug bekleckert werden. These are our only robes. We don't want them to be stained with sticky stuff. Einzig is only. Here we have einzigen with an en. You can see it highlighted in white here. This is because Roben is plural. Yeah. Unsere einzigen. So the en distinguishes a noun that is feminine from one that is plural. So if you have unsere, the e here, is both an e, both in the case of a feminine noun and the plural noun. And this is why we have an n here. The adjective helps us distinguish a plural from singular. Klebrig means sticky. Die Robe generally is an evening gown. In this case, it's just a robe in general. Bekleckern is to spill all over oneself. Das ist die Antwort auf euer Rätsel. This is the answer to your riddle. Aber es ist nur eine Frucht. But it is just a fruit. Be careful with the pronunciation of nur. It's like the cow says mu, ja? Nur. Mit einem Kern darin. Der Kern is a core. With a core in it. Notice here, mit is in green because it's always in the dative case. That's why we also have the underline. Whenever you see a preposition with an underline, it means it always takes that case. And this is why we have einem with an M because of two reasons. First, that mit is dative. And second, because Kern is masculine. You can see it from the blue color here, yeah? Oh mein Gott! Oh my God! Es ist so einfach. It's so simple, it's so easy. Wieso sind wir nicht selbst drauf gekommen? Why didn't we think of it ourselves? So this is something definitely very useful to remember. Yeah, you can just say, wieso bin ich nicht selbst drauf gekommen? Why didn't I come up with this myself? Something I always say whenever we solve a puzzle in this game. Oh Mann! Wir haben uns den ganzen Tag darüber den Kopf zerbrochen. The verb here is zerbrechen. To break into pieces or to smash. Oh man, we've been racking our brains over this all day. Or literally banging our heads, breaking our heads. Ja. Aber was hat das mit der Pyramide zu tun? But what does that have to do with the pyramid? Again here, remember the Y is pronounced like a U with an umlaut, like a soft U with an umlaut. So say pyra, yeah, and open your mouth and the A. Pyramide. Now we have der before it, because mit always takes a dative. Again, you can see it from the green and the underline. And pyramide is feminine because it ends with an E. And whenever you have a feminine noun in the singular form, die becomes der. Oh, nichts. Oh, nothing. Be careful with the end S here. This is nichts, not nicht. It's not the same. Nichts means nothing. Nur etwas, das uns unsere Freundin Becky Jorn heute Morgen erzählt hat. Erzählen is to tell. So just something our friend Becky Jorn told us this morning. Nur etwas, so das here is referring to etwas, something, only something that to us, yeah, our girlfriend or friend who's a girl, not literally a girlfriend. Her name is Becky Jorn. Today, this morning, told has. We have has at the end because of das, yeah. Lach, so she's laughing. Sie hält sich für so schlau. Ich kann es kaum erwarten, ihr die Antwort unter die Nase zu reiben. Laughter. She thinks she's so smart. I can't wait to rub her nose in the answer. Notice here something particular to German as opposed to English. We generally say the nose in English instead of saying her nose. Yeah, English actually is special in this case where you refer to your own organs as my hand, my nose. But in a lot of other languages, that's not the case. You just say the hand, the nose, and it's implied that it's yours. Yeah, you didn't like cut somebody else's nose and carry it with you. Yeah. Also schlau means smart. Kaum is barely, so I can barely wait. Ich kann es kaum erwarten. Kaum. Hardly. Erwarten is to expect. So whenever you're really excited about something, in English you would say, I can't wait. Yeah? In German, you have to use the verb erwarten to mean the same thing. Ich kann es kaum erwarten is the actual natural expression that is equivalent to I can't wait. If you say ich kann nicht warten, its meaning is literal. It's like literally you cannot wait for some physical reason. Something is preventing you from waiting. Maybe you're in prison, I don't know. Something. Yeah. So remember that short phrase, ich kann es kaum erwarten. Ihr, this is the dative because she wants to do something to her. This is why she uses ihr. Die Antwort, unter die Nase zu reiben. Reiben is to rub. Yeah. And here, unter is in purple because there's motion. When you're rubbing, there's motion. And when there's motion, unter takes the accusative case. And this is why we have die Nase and not der, yeah. Die Nase. Nase is feminine, obviously, because it ends with an I. Also, kann ich jetzt hineingehen? So, can I go in now? Oh ja, ja, meinetwegen. Tu, was du nicht lassen kannst. Oh, yes, yes, that's fine by me. Do what you can't help doing. Meinetwegen is also a one-word expression that's quite useful. It literally means because of me. Meinetwegen. But when you're using it like that, it means fine by me. I don't care. Yeah, you can also translate it as far as I'm concerned, for my sake. Yeah. Meinetwegen. Let's say because of me, because this is the literal translation. In this context, that means that's fine by me. Tu is the imperative of tun, to do. Yeah, so do. Do what you can't help doing. All right, we're not going to actually go into the cave today. Let's keep going to the cave next time. And that was our game for today. Remember to like this video. And if you still have any questions, ask them in the comments below.